Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we were looking to try out, I'm assuming, an ace monster of Tori, and that's Fairy Cheer Girl. 2 level 4 fairy type monsters are the requirement. What does she do? You detach an overlay card, you get to draw 1 card, it's that simple. She's only about 1900, so clearly she's not the greatest boss in the world, but I did want to try the monster out with maybe a deck that can utilize it, and we're going with agent monsters. Now I'm assuming they're a Zexal archetype because she uses it as an NPC. She uses agent monsters, so we'll have to see. Maybe not, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm still watching the series. Anyway, so you would generally, the only way we're really doing that is with Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen. Now we have essentially 5 copies, but it's more important to have the monster that searches the card than the actual card. We have Hectatrice. You can discard this card to the graveyard, add 1 Valhalla from your deck to your hand. What does Valhalla do? When you have no monsters, you get a special summon any fairy type monster. So you can use that to bring out a boss, or you can use that to special summon 1 level 4, then normal summon another level 4, and that's how you get your Fairy Cheer Girl. Then you can draw 1 card, have some monsters in your graveyard, and be ready for a follow-up play. Hopefully drew into a Treacherous, have it set and ready. So same idea applies for Sanctuary of the Sky. We have a Zeradias who can search it by being sent to the graveyard, and we have just 2 natural copies of it, so that's 5 copies. Like I said, we want room for the monsters more, because the monsters also serve as fuel for Hyperion. Now Hyperion can special summon by banishing 1 agent monster. This boy can search Hyperion when Sky of the Sanctuary is on the field, or he can just search Jupiter at any moment in time. It is also a level 2 tuner, so we do have synchro monsters mixed with Xyz monsters. The day has come already. So there's also another slot in the extra deck that I'm not utilizing yet. I'm almost there, so that too will make a big difference for just Duel Links in general. 7 card extra deck is going to be wild. But yeah guys, so mostly she was just, I wanted to try her out. She has a cutscene, and it's an excuse to try out some agent monsters once again. The way I see the agent archetype, it's like a 1-2 punch mostly. You get your first field built, your opponent has to disrupt that perfectly, then you have a follow-up turn that's pretty much just as strong another field. So they have to have 2 solid turns of disruption, which isn't impossible, but it is a tall order for some decks. So very cool stuff. Monster itself, not too great. Sometimes I'd want to just summon Utopia over her anyway, so you can do that, but it's not one of your more consistent plays. It's just something else you have in your belt, and usually the agent win cons, the more consistent win cons. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are versus Yuma and Astral. Playing as Tori, we're going second. Super what you want with this, unless you're starting off with your Fairy Girl, which we are. We have our Sanctuary in the Sky all ready for Zeradias, so he can hit the field. 2 Valhallas already too, so really it's our only play. We go with Sanctuary of the Sky, use Valhalla, bring out Zeradias, normal summon Hectatrice. That's an Xyz summon of our girl, Fairy Cheer Girl. This is not her cutscene, that's just the normal Xyz summon scene. This is the cutscene, so I'm assuming she's an ace monster if she does get a cutscene. She's a fairy and a cheerleader with really big sideshow bob like hair. It's kind of like could be Saiyan if she stood it up, Super Saiyan Blue or something. So she swings into a Plague Spreader zombie. After drawing a card, we draw into a Hyperion. That's actually a really good card to draw, especially with the Valhalla in our hand waiting, because we are fighting Thunder Dragons with the Plague Spreader. That means he's going to Black Rose wipe our field, uses his Dragon Hawk to summon that Dark. That's a Black Rose. Destroys our field, uses his Dragon Roar, gets his Hawk back to his hand, but no follow-up that turn. Like I said, we're that 1-2 punch, so we're going to special summon Hyperion. Have a field just as strong. Normal summon our Mystery Agent. Agent of Mystery. Search Jupiter. Swing for within 300 life points of lethal. See what our boy can answer back with. All he's got to really do is be careful to not give us an opening, but he generally does. He normal summons his Dragon Dart to get rid of a Dragon Dart to search a Duo. Now he special summons the Duo. That triggers a Dragon Roar, bringing out a Matrix. Swings over our Hyperion with the Duo. Banishes his Black Rose, searches a Dragon Hawk. Then his Dragon Dark swings over our Earth. He gets the Matrix back to his hand. So that Dragon Dark is 2100. Probably feeling pretty good about himself. But we're going to show him how to hit for lethal. So he's going to Dragon Duo. Because we used some effect from our hand. Jupiter banishes Earth. Gets up to 2600, guys. So even with his Dragon Matrix, we're going to swing over that last 300 for nice, sneaky lethal. Great, great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are versus Tori. Go in second. No sleeper map for our girl. Starting with the Treacherous, that's always good. We have a Hectotrice, but we can turn that into a Valhalla. We have two now, so we're definitely going to turn into a Valhalla. That's going to let us special summon our Hyperion, or it would have if we didn't get hit by a Cosmic Cyclone. So it turns out we're going to have to use both those. Hectotrice is not once per turn. So here comes Valhalla once again. We will get that Hyperion out. Now, he gets 2 instances of destruction when your field spell's on the field, 1 instance of destruction when it's not. And we have Hectotrice in the graveyard, so we do have an instance of destruction. We hit a Winda, guys. Brings out a second Winda. We're going to swing over that Winda. Turns that Winda into ulti Petalfin, so we can't swing over him. We can't target him. What are we going to do? How are we going to remove this monster, guys? We're going to normal summon Jupiter. Synchro summon. We're not just an Xyz deck, it's also a synchro deck. Banish, hit that back row. It's an enemy controller. Now we went with a Psyhemoth, perfect card against Ulti Petalfin. All we gotta do is swing into him, take 400 damage, and we'll be able to banish the boy. Now we get to hit that back row. He's gonna chain Fiendish Chain, so we don't hit anything at all, and we can't attack. But it's okay, because we saw Psyhemoth coming to save the day. But he's stalled once again with another enemy controller. No big deal. He's just trying to stall us. Now look who it was. He was Satellars all along, trying to cheese some Winda in there. Didn't work out too well for him. Great, great stuff, guys. Alright, here's Seto Kaiba. See what he's got first. We're going first. So we have a Sanctuary, an Earth, a Jupiter, and a Zeradias. So we're going to start with just a normal summon Zeradias, hopefully get an Xyz summon off next turn. But our boy's not going to have it. He's going to hit us with a Tackle Crusader with a charge of the Light Brigade. Brings out a Raiden. Mills a Glow Up Bulb, special summons a Glow Up Bulb, throws away a Block Golem, so pretty good for him. Searches a Revival Golem after milling with his Lightsworn. We get to normal summon an Earth with a Sanctuary, search our Hyperion. We have plenty of monsters to throw away. We throw away the Jupiter. Hyperion banishes the Zeradias. We destroy the Revival Golem. Swing over the Raiden. Swing over the Glow Up Bulb. Field broken, but he hits us with a Rock Bombardment. Must not have other Tackle Crusaders, because Tackle Crusader would be a much better option. But he goes with Revival Golem into his Minerva. That's a Zeta. Zeta's gonna banish our Hyperion. Then he brings out a Block Dragon. I make a bit of a misplay here and try to Hyperion Block Dragon. I was thrown off because I was able to target him. Should have hit the back row, but still overcome it, no problem. So she does have a line for Hyperion. That means she probably does use Hyperion in the anime. Now we try to hit the Block Golem. Obviously doesn't work. We gotta swing over him, then hit him for 1k. So it would have been better to hit that back row. But I don't even really remember what that... Or it's another Rock Bombardment. But he only uses Revival Golems. They'd be much more devastating if he used Tackle Crusaders. So he got out another Hyperion. He uses the Zeta once again on that Hyperion, but we would have been able to banish, destroy that Revival Golem, and finish the duel. Great, great stuff, guys. Alright, here's Zane Truesdale. We're going second. He's using Dark Magician Sleeve and Matt over there. So we have a Hectotrice. He sets 2. We get a Zeradius. We're going to throw him to search our Sanctuary of the Sky. That means our Earth can search Hyperion, but we're going to throw away the Hectotrice. That way we get to use a Valhalla. Valhalla special summons Jupiter. Now we're going to normal summon Earth. Search Hyperion. He's going to Offering of the Doomed our Jupiter, no big deal. We still get our Hyperion off. Bring out Hyperion by banishing that Jupiter anyway. Banish the Zeradius. It is actually Cyber Dragon. So we'll give him all 3 Cyber Dragons because we have a Treacherous Trap Hole. Now he can't draw due to Offerings of the Doom. Plays his Fusion Gate. We change to the Fusion Gate because these boys are only Cyber Dragons when they're on the field. If we just hit him and remove him to the graveyard, he can't use the graveyard without Cybernetic Fusion support, so he couldn't do a fusion and had to scoop. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are fighting another Tori. We'll go in second. She's got a Tori sleeve there too with a purple mat. So, starting with a Valhalla. We're fighting Machina Fortress, so we have 2 Earths. We're going to use Zeradius to get out Sanctuary. That way, Earth will be able to search Hyperion. We Valhalla out our Jupiter. Use our Sanctuary. Normal summon our Earth. That's Hyperion. Now we're going to throw away the Earth from our hand because this boy's going to discard from our hand anyway. And that leaves the monster on our field to be used for a Synchro Summon of a Psyhemoth, guys. Psyhemoth is wonderful removal. Does a lot for this deck that relies on target removal. Now you have an instance of Banish removal. So we go at the Fortress. That would have made us discard 1, but we're okay. Then we go at a face down Blast Spider with Hyperion's effect, getting to use it twice. But he survives with a Kiteroid. So we can normal summon this Zeradius because we already have a Sanctuary. 2100, swing for a nice casual lethal. And that's what it's all about, guys. Psyhemoth is such a strong instance of removal. And this just floods the field really quick. Usually have a pretty decent follow-up. So Fairy Cheer Girl, she was pretty whatever. It's good to set up as like a first turn play. Get your hand nice and fat for the next turn. Or something like that. Just not what you're always going for. There's many times even Utopia would just be the better play. But she's so restrictive. She takes 2 fairy monsters. So pretty much this is one of the fastest fairy decks I know of. Works out pretty well. Great stuff, guys. Thanks for watching.